I want to start by saying that the sum total of this video is a result of artificial intelligence. That is to say, ChatGPT. It started with an article that I saw that suggested that Elon Musk is trying to put Amazon Web Services out of business by basically moving the source of the data that Amazon collects from the coaxial cable that runs through the earth and across the ocean into space. And that Jeff recognized that, and as a result, he went into Blue Origins so that he could compete with Elon Musk in the low Earth satellite dominance as the new source for the internet. That's how this video started. From that point on, it went to OpenAI and ChatGPT. Here's where we're going from here.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
I have said repetitively that if you want to be a good investor, you invest in change. You recognize change as it presents itself and then find out and figure out who the key players are. I got an email that suggested that Elon Musk, through SpaceX, is populating the Earth's atmosphere with low Earth satellites so that he can move the collection of internet data from the coaxial cable in the earth to that in the cloud or in the space. That would then put him in a position where he could control the data that is collected from that point on, much as Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, Apple, and Google have done for the past 40 years. If Elon is now the collector through the low Earth satellites, he now has first choice of that data, and he rules the Earth. Jeff Bezos, recognizing that, moved the efforts of his Blue Origins from inhabiting Mars to also propagating low Earth satellites. So what I did was do some research. I actually went to ChatGPT, asked some questions, and created a script. I then took that script and I fed it to an avatar. This is where the world is going. Here is what I found out.
Hello, tribe members. I'm Kerry's avatar. I want to become a part of your window into the future. Kerry has asked me to use ChatGPT to look into the race for space, not for inhabiting Mars, but what is going to happen in space in the near future. My research has produced some exciting news to share with you all about Amazon's Project Kuiper. We are going to talk about how Project Kuiper will benefit the world and what it means for the future of the space economy. Kerry has done several videos on SpaceX and how you can invest in SpaceX through the app provided by Disruptor. When we speak of SpaceX, we think about Elon Musk's wanting to build a colony on Mars, but let's think about short term, the next 3 to 5 years. As many of you may know, Elon Musk's SpaceX has launched more than 3,500 Starlink satellites into orbit, creating the largest satellite constellation in history. What is Elon's goal here and what are short-term ramifications? You need only to look at how SpaceX could potentially affect Amazon Web Services. Amazon's Project Kuiper, which recently received approval from the Federal Communications Commission to launch around 3,200 satellites into low Earth orbit, is Amazon's answer to Starlink. Amazon is planning to get its first 2 satellites up into orbit this quarter and has already booked 92 launches with a variety of launch providers in the coming years. Amazon's cloud-based internet services business, Amazon Web Services, AWS, has become the leader in the industry and has enabled Amazon to invest more in its low-margin e-commerce business and logistics network. However, AWS could be threatened by Starlink's space-based internet infrastructure. That's why Amazon sees Project Kuiper as a crucial extension of AWS targeted at the growing space economy. By creating its own satellite network, Amazon can remain competitive and continue to drive quality up and prices down for consumers, businesses, and governments. With Amazon and SpaceX battling it out with their satellite networks, we can be sure that we'll have strong communications infrastructure in place to support the space economy as it grows. The competition between these two giants will benefit consumers, businesses, and governments that need internet backhaul in space. With billions of dollars worth of launch contracts and the resources to see this project through, Amazon is poised to become a major competitor to SpaceX's Starlink. As we move towards a more interconnected world, the importance of strong and reliable communication infrastructure cannot be understated. Project Kuiper and Starlink are just the beginning of a new era of space-based internet infrastructure. We can expect to see more companies entering this space in the coming years. With all these advancements, we are moving closer to a world where everyone can be connected no matter where they are on the planet. Thank you for joining us today as we discussed Amazon's Project Kuiper and the future of space-based internet infrastructure. With companies like Amazon and SpaceX pushing the limits of what is possible, we can be excited for what the future holds. Kerry has repeatedly expressed his opinion that the world will change more in the next 10 years than it has in the preceding 200 years. Change is upon us, prepare for it and invest in it, everything else is just noise. Kerry and I hope that this video has inspired you to keep an eye on the stars and dream big. Remember, anything is possible through innovation and disruption. I'll now turn it back over to Kerry.
Okay. After I did that video, I went back to ChatGPT and asked for more questions. What are the benefits and the risks relative to if our internet moves from the coaxial cable coming into my house to the satellites on the Earth? Well, there has to be some systems built within it to create some cybersecurity. There has to be some safeguards to make sure that our data is not easily hacked. That is basically the same question if ChatGPT had been around in 1998. If I had asked the same answers I would have gotten. So my point is that the world is changing, and it's changing very rapidly. As my avatar said, Jeff has asked permission to put, I think it's 3,200 satellites to match Elon's 3,500. And so this is something that is going to happen. My point in this and where I'm going is, who do you invest in? Where do you put your money for good investment for the next 3 to 10 years? Because that's how long it's going to take for this basically to come in place. Well, you go where the money is. And it's obvious that the money right now is with Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Facebook. Now, NVIDIA's coming in and saying, you all can't do all these grandiose things you want to do without chips that can process that data at a speed that Kerry and you are happy with. If I ask a question, I don't want to have to wait 15 days for an answer. I'll be pressed if it takes me 15 seconds. That means chips. That means fast acting chips. I did a video just yesterday on why I'm buying NVIDIA, why I'm buying the company that makes the machines that make the chips. So this is where the future is. This is where I want to be. And that's where my channel is going to go. You're going to see more and more of that avatar, because that's the world we're going to live in. And trust me, within the next 2 years, you won't know if that's the avatar or if that's me. Okay? I can guarantee you that. He'll move his hands. He'll spit out words that aren't pronounced right, and you won't know the difference. So understand that, invest in accordingly. I talked to someone today and said, do you really think the NVIDIA upturn in the market is sustainable? And my answer was, it may go down, but you just saw the path that it's going to proceed. You cannot stop this. You cannot stop artificial intelligence. You cannot stop Jeff Bezos. You cannot stop Elon Musk. You can't stop Microsoft. You can't stop Apple. And you can't stop Mark Zuckerberg. They have the money. They have access to the talent. They have access. Why do you think Sam Adams took his OpenAI, which was funded by Peter Thiel and Elon Musk, to Microsoft? Because he knew that Microsoft could make it happen. And he knew that Microsoft could make it happen within months, not years. So you need to recognize that and invest in the companies that can make the new technology happen. That you need to invest in the people that can make the change in the world happen. Forget about all this interest rates and inflation and U.S. debt. U.S. debt is going to become something of non-existence as the change in our world, as the results of artificial intelligence making our world so efficient that our gross national product will far exceed any debt that we could potentially spend. Just think of it. If someone walked in your house and gave you the golden egg and you were in debt, you would pay that debt off, and then from that point on, you would just be reaping the benefits. And that's what we're looking at right now. Be aware. The world is about to change for the better. And put all this noise out of your head and get on the bandwagon. Come join me. I mean, I have discovered just by connecting the dots that I'm going to become a multimillionaire, not only because I'm investing in the right companies, but I'm also investing in the right whiskeys. I mean, when you start making so damn much money that you are out paying $52,000 for a one bottle of Pappy Van Winkle, the world has changed. That's what happened to me on December the 22nd of 2022. A bottle of whiskey that I bought in February of 2009 was auctioned off, a like bottle for $52,000. $250 to $52,000. How much money in the world does there have to be for that to happen? Well, it happened. So recognize it, understand it, and then just put your money with the people who are going to make it happen. Elon Musk, SpaceX. Jeff Bezos, Blue Origins. Low orbiting satellites. Study it, understand it, because it's going to happen whether or not you participate in it and make a fortune off of it. Okay, that's all I got to say today. The world is a wonderful place, and I'm just happy to be here to participate in it. Talk to you again tomorrow.